Okay, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna come out and say it. We need to address the elephant in the room, that is ETS Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns. Kanti, what is going on between ETS Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns? Especially when it games in Mpumalanga. Because it's as if a beast awakens ngaphakathi kwi-ETS Galaxy. As if ETS Galaxy has an alter ego that only feasts on his Sundowns. At this point, ETS Galaxy is starting to be kryptonite Sundowns, don't you think? Because whenever Sundowns comes to town, now it's ETS Galaxy and Bavivile, they are ready to collect rent from Sundowns. As Sundowns, my ngekho veg. ETS Galaxy is your master in the wire. Now, this game delivered, got on a serious note. It delivered shame, and it's an injustice to myself and to you guys who would say I didn't give you all a preview to this game when the storyline was there for the taking. So for that, it's a yob. It's a look all peoples. But there's bad blood between these two teams. ETS Galaxy single-handedly killed Sundowns' hopes of winning the league last season and dumped them out of the Nedbank Cup in Bombela in May, early this year. Okay, jokes aside, Oaks. Going into the game itself, I won't lie, Mamelodi Sundowns, they started like a house on fire, basically. They started the game like a house on fire. They dominated the first exchanges of the game, so much so that they were able to capitalize on the mistake of TS Galaxy winger, Junior Zindonga. Junior Zindonga, who was playing as a wingback, out of position, being deployed as a wingback, ABA wing, you know. Anyway, Mamelodi Sundowns got the pen, and O'Brien Leon, he punished the TS Galaxy, and that was the last of O'Brien Leon we saw, because O'Brien Leon got pocketed for the rest of the game, which is no surprise because the ETS Galaxy were playing at back three and Mamelodi Sundowns only had one striker up top, which is Leon. Now, I want you guys to have a listen to what Coach Bernard Parker had to say about the performance of team yake and mostly Uzindong. Mostly Uzindong.
Off here and there, but it's understanding because it's the first time he's playing in that position. And he's done well, that's why I picked him today. And he also gave problems as well in attack. And it was also just a little bit of a mistake from him, from conceding the penalty. But overall, he made up and he gave a good performance. So it's just for him also to make sure that he improves in that position. And he is one for the future.
Not gonna lie. In the heat of the moment, in my mind, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Because he literally wiped out Uteshik Matthews for no reason. Like, because he was lazy and out of position. Only to find out after a game, from Bernard Parker's post-match interview, by the way, would say, how? This is the first time he's playing as a wingback. He's never been deployed as a wingback. He's actually a winger. Because watching the game, I was like, what is this fullback doing? When I was clueless to the fact he's not even a fullback. He's not a traditional fullback. He's a winger. So anyone who's played football at any amateur level, even under 10 level, guys, knows there's nothing as hard on a football player as changing the position, especially position with Sundowns. Especially when you're about to face one of the two best teams we league. So guys, I won't stand for any slander. If I see any slander in the comments on Junior Zindonga, because he actually did a good job in hindsight when you look at his performance for the rest of the game. He got better as the game progressed. And for a guy who was making his debut in a position against Sundowns, he played well. So let's fast forward to the second goal of the game, the equalizer by Victor Letwalo. Nuno Santos, come on man, you need to do better. In fact, Sundowns as a whole, they needed to do better. As Sundowns, they just didn't respect the high line, high press ETS Galaxy. They had no regard for high press ETS Galaxy, and they were found wanting. Like, and deservedly punished. The chance that they were even looking for, it says Galaxy, eventually fell to Letswalo, and he pounced on it, and he punished the Sundowns. He also punished the Williams.
But the performance are not trying to more get younger one. Difficult to overprogong the whole game is very difficult. So it is what it is.
That was honestly so poor. That was honestly so poor from Nuno Santos and his teammates, because they were guilty for overplaying, like I said, forcing Intengeko when there was nothing on. Like, what's wrong with going long every now and again? And as for Ronwen Williams, I heard the commentators giving him flack, and to be honest, to a certain degree, I also am inclined to agree with that, because he shot Letswalo was a close range. Yes, as much as it was a close range, but Kota, guys, Williams turned his face away from the ball. I don't know if you guys saw that, and it went through his legs too. Okay, now slightly off topic, but also on Ronwen Williams, guys. Angazi noma imina yini usweeting, because nami ikhanda lami iphinde lingathathi kahle. Ngiyakwazi nani lokho. But I just had this epiphany in my mind, and I've been thinking about it since I started making this review, guys. Over the past couple of months, Williams hasn't been himself at club level, and that's just true. Like, I just can't get it out of my head, but I just think Williams is a different player when he's wearing that Bafana shirt. He's like Super Saiyan, Angazi, if I can put it that way. He's a different man. And guys, I'm not saying uyaboza or even he's declining. I wouldn't say that. Oh, I wouldn't dare say that. But now, is it more of Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't play to his strengths? Because, guys, don't get it twisted, please. Ronwen Williams is a shot stopper before he's a sweeper keeper. Pela Ronwen Williams is practically from the era of goalkeepers after Itomile Nkune, Abo Senzo Meyiwa, may his soul rest in peace, Abo Slim Kad, Monique Josephs, and all of those keepers I just mentioned were all traditional shot stoppers. That's the one thing they all had in common, apart from Nguti. I think they were all part of the World Cup squad in 2010. But that's besides the point. At the time, Itsiki Tsaka hadn't really arrived in South Africa. We were still watching it in Spain with Barcelona's Pep from 2009 to 2011. And at that time, the world didn't really know what it was and what it was about. So now, over the years, njengoba igcine in South Africa, at some point, it is ofika, man. Keepers like Ronwen have had to adapt so that they don't get left behind. Because the keepers that didn't adapt, Ronwen, they ended up getting left behind. Because let's be honest, you don't stay as long as he has at Mamelodi Sundowns if you can't do both aspects of goalkeeping that the modern era demands. Let's be honest. But however, there's still holes in his game that at times also affect his teammates. He gets exposed at times. The high line, for one, Williams. Because at times, it feels like he misjudges the movement of ball. That's one of his weakest traits he has, Williams. It seems like he can't judge a baller when he's facing 1v1. It's giving like the football is like a rugby ball. It's ping pong. He doesn't know where it's gonna land, which is weird, which is odd for a goalkeeper. Because normally a goalkeeper's timing has to be impeccable. Otherwise, if your timing is not impeccable, you're gonna make mistakes. Whereas whenever he's playing with the national team, he rarely makes those mistakes. Well, apart from the one, but even that one was an anomaly against Mexico. Because for the rest of that game against Mexico, he actually kept Bafana in the game, and he played better. And the tournament itself, he was one of our best performers with tournament, because unfortunately in South Africa we just faced a lot of shots, and that's we went threatening on the counter. Now, why is that the case? Why can't he translate his brilliant form at Bafana back to his Sundowns? Well, that question is easy to answer. For one, club level football is more fast paced And therefore, international football is more slow-paced, methodical, and tactical. Yabo. And nakhona-ke, South Africa in most of their games this year. By the way, I've taken into account the AFCON, the friendlies out too in March against the Panama, and the World Cup itself. Bafana, they played this year alone. Most of the games they played a mid to low block when out of possession, and they look to counter attack when they regain the ball. Which plays to strengths of Aaron Williams, because he doesn't have to adopt that sweeper keeper role, because Bafana defense, they don't leave a lot of space in behind, and whenever they do, uyazi Williams there's LB Mbogazi who's here, who's gonna cover me, and Williams, he just does the basics. He just stays between the sticks as he always wants to, because that's his preferred role, which is actually between the sticks. Whereas at Sundowns they play a high line, and clearly he's still uncomfortable with that. It's pretty much evident. And with Sundowns, with all due respect to Sundowns doesn't have a defender of Vikele Bayambogas. They don't have. Anyways, back to the game itself. 76 minutes. Ukulisa Mudau, he commits a foul on Mahlambi, I think it was Mahlambi. Guess what happens? Just guess what happens. Sundowns concede yet another set-piece goal. Their third set-piece goal that they've conceded in 2 games, basically. And that's appalling. That's shocking. Like, you just can't make this up. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't. And this is what Cardoso had to say at the end of the game. Because at this point, we have to call it a dilemma. So what? Next game, it's going to be a crisis if they concede again.
How you can be targeted 3 times in 2 matches when you played last year 50 and you had the same number of goals suffered. We have to go back on that and install confidence, because it's always a matter of confidence. You cannot be on a set piece afraid of whatever will happen. You have to be confident in.
And you know what? He's right. He's right, because defending set pieces isn't just about skill only, technical skill only. It's also about the mentality. So if you don't have the drive as a player winner or will to win that ball, then your opponent will, and they'll probably score too. Now, on this one, on the free kick goal by Uletwalo, Nakon, it's not even a by Uletwalo, it's an own goal by Williams. I don't want to criticize Uronwen, because when I look at the replays, it doesn't look like there's much he could have done. Now it seems like he was exposed by defense, the way they defended the free kick, and 2, now he seems to have just about covered his angles. But now I couldn't really see probably in the replays, did his fingertips touch the ball, and did he tip it onto the uprights? No, Mavele, Uletwalo's header just hit the upright. Because what happened is, the header, he glanced the header, and it hit the upright, and then it came back and bounced on Williams and into the nets, which is unfortunate, guys. That's a goalie's worst nightmare. Like, honestly, there's nothing he could have done about that. So now, at this point, Sundowns is down by 2-1, going into the 80th minutes, the dying embers of the game. And then now, my favorite moment of the video, Spelele Mkhulise, my boy. Come to the stage. Come receive your flowers. I salute you. What a cameo. As this guy was, let me fill you in. This guy was brought in for Nuno Santos. Was it Nuno Santos? I'm not sure who he was brought in for. But whatever he was brought in for. He was brought in for Uguti to show up the midfield and make it tidy, make it nice and compact. Because it's Galaxy at that point in the second half, they were still running ragged with Sundowns, and they didn't have control in the midfield. Given notes, he was out injured. I don't know if you guys remember the tackle that Mokoena received over the weekend against the Polwan City. If you guys don't remember, I'll have to put up a clip and remind you. I'll do something. I'll put up a clip and then remind you. Because I then, nigga just decided to turn up. I'm talking about Mkulisa, by the way. Nigga just decided to turn now into World Cup 2026 Jude Bellingham and carry Sundowns to a victory. Ayo, Sundowns is in a box crasher pela manje. It's in a box crasher entsha manje. Mind you, this is the first time he has scored in over 2 years at his Sundowns, and he came on and he scored a brace. He scored the equalizer and the winner. And this is what his gaffer, Okadoso, and he was so proud. He had to say about his cameo and what it means for him and for the club.
That Lotsolano did, but I think today the man of the match would very deservedly be Kulisi by what he means for the club, for us. He's a player with a fantastic character because he is able to sustain the aggression of sometimes not being called. But we know that we have a brother, we have a friend, we have someone that has quality, and when we bring him, we know what to expect. Today, he gave us the luck that we needed, the energy that we did, and the goals that were supposed to. I picked him on my shoulder, I took him in front of the fans, because he deserved to be carried by me, because he carried us also towards the result we needed.
Yeah, you heard him right. He carried him. He carried Usiphelele Mkulisa over his shoulder. He carried him like a sack of potatoes. But kodwa, on a serious note, that was a nice tribute, ayenzile, and gesture towards Usiphelele. You know what? Usiphelele is one of those underrated players with Sundowns because he doesn't get much game time, he doesn't get enough minutes. But his dedication and his hard work and diligence, it doesn't go unnoticed. Not by the coach and not by the team, not by his teammates. You could see the way his teammates celebrated with him, the way they rallied around him. It was so beautiful to see, man. Like, almost cried. But okay, I'm not emotional, fella, so I wouldn't have cried. Guys, if you made it this far into the video, then clearly you found it insightful and you've probably enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Please consider giving me a like, commenting, or even subscribing to the channel. Guys, it's free of charge. It's absolutely free of charge. And it actually goes a long way in helping me and helping our dear friend YouTube push my content across the platform in search of viewers like yourselves. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to say, big up yourselves, and bye for now. Peace and love, peoples. I'm out!